What is going on, guys? It's Shell DZ, and today I want to give you my first impressions of Deus Ex Mankind Divided. I don't know if I told you guys this, but Deus Ex Mankind Divided is one of my most anticipated games of the year, and I am super excited that it's finally out and I have my hands on it. So, for this first impressions, since the only thing I have right now is a PS4 that can run the game, I'll be giving you my first impressions of the PS4 version of the game. So the first thing I'd like to touch on is the controls and the fluidness of how everything works in the game. When you first start up the game, you're given the option to choose from 4 different control types. I went ahead and went with the Deus Ex Mankind Divided control scheme because that's the way that the developers intended the game to be played. So far, with the short amount of time I've spent with the game, the controls work well. One problem I had with the previous game, Human Revolution, was that the controls were not the tightest. To aim down sights, you had to click in the right stick, and it kind of felt archaic. You can still do that control scheme in this game too, but it's not a control scheme that really suits my style of play. Moving on to some of the other controls options in the game, you have your cover button, which works well. It's pretty sticky. I wouldn't say it's as good as something like Gears of War, but it works for the type of game that this is. The shooting feels really good. I haven't gotten into too many encounters because I'm trying to play the game stealthy, but the shooting does feel good when you have to. And yeah, so as for the controls, I'd say they work well and they're getting the job done for me. Moving on to gameplay as a whole. So for those of you that are unsure what Deus Ex Mankind Divided is, it's an action RPG first person shooter stealth game. It's a little bit of everything, to be honest with you, and that's one of the reasons why I like it so much. In this gameplay here, you can see that I'm going with the stealthy approach, but if you look closely, you can see by looking at the environment that there's plenty of other ways that the game can be played, and that's what makes this series so great. Is you're not limited to have to play the game stealthily or only as a shooter. You can choose and suit or do what suits you best, and that's one of the things that makes the game really fantastic. So just in that short beginning level, tutorial level, you can see that further into the game that things are gonna be similar to what you see there. The only thing that I kind of had a problem with, or that I noticed playing so far, is that this is really a hardware limitation, is that there are some frame drops throughout. The game doesn't stay at a solid 60 at all times. It's not to the point where it makes the game unplayable, but it's definitely noticeable, and it seems like it does it more in cutscenes than it does in actual gameplay, which is weird because you'd think that since in actual gameplay there's more going on that you'd see it more, but so far I have not. Other than that, there are not that many issues that I have seen so far. I'm thoroughly enjoying the game. In the gameplay, I'm letting you guys see. I made sure not to put any spoilers in there, just in case you also want to check out the game for yourself and see what it's like. Moving on to sound and voice acting. So far the soundtrack or the score for the game is really well done, and it really sets the tone. It has this techno synth sound to it, and it really suits the tone of the game. And yeah, it's better than some games that use normal soundtracks. I'd rather hear a score for a game like this, and it kind of ups the ante. It makes everything seem more serious and more believable that you're looking at this future city. Yeah, so for the score, I'd say it's really good, and it's just as good as Human Revolution so far, and I looking forward to hearing more of it throughout the game. As for voice acting, the voice acting is really solid. Only thing I've noticed, I guess you could say this is another issue, is that sometimes the lip syncing is off, so it kind of breaks the immersion when you're playing. But as for the actual voice acting, so far the the characters that I've interacted with and Jensen himself are all doing a really good job, and seem like they really care about making these characters seem believable and not one-dimensional. So yeah, so voice acting is solid, and the dialogue is there, and you have your dialogue trees and stuff when you're interacting with characters to make choices throughout the game that can change the outcome of the game, and it really makes you want to go back and try different things and do different things throughout the whole game. Other than that, that's about it for my first impressions of the game. Like I said, I'm having a really good time with the game, and I'm just looking forward to playing more of it, and yeah, just playing more of it, guys. Like I'm sitting here right now recording this, and I'm like, man, I wish I was still playing Deus Ex. But yeah, so if you guys enjoyed this little first impressions, I'm only doing one take. If you guys enjoyed this, go ahead, leave a like and subscribe for more content just like this, and be looking out for my full review of Deus Ex as soon as possible, because I'm gonna take my time on it and do the review to the best of my ability. So I'll leave you with a little more gameplay, and you guys leave a comment in the comment section down below and tell me what you think. So thanks, and have a good one, guys.
Please, leave me alone.
No doubt many viewers were horrified by that story I brought to you last week, in which a suicide gunman ruthlessly attacked a small augmented community near Dar es Salaam. Today, I'm here to bring you a glimmer of hope. European construction giant Deus has successfully condemned the Tanzanian government.
Sorry, I cannot help.
Dars is the man. He'll set you up. Biocells, painkillers, right over there.
You want Praxis, eh? Biocell, hypostim, painkillers.
I might be interested.
They sell these things.
Yeah, I got that.
Buy something. Что за хуйня?
I have everything I need.
Fuck off then. Next time, maybe not fuck off.
Dars is the man. He'll set you up.
My last job was for a couple of bouncers. They liked beating people up, so they used me for practice.
Here we go. streets are full of trash.
You,
But no
stop
problem.
right there. Yeah, you, down on your knees.
Okay,
Hands behind your head.
like this.
Yes, I'm going to frisk you now. Don't move. That's for me to find out. Hold still.